nighttime, I was like, oh my God. I've been in my pajamas all day. And like, I was just giving myself a hard time about it. And then I was like, no, don't give yourself a hard time.
What they are telling me is that mothers often forget that doing that is doing something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, automatically, because of the programming we have in the head, we say, yesterday I decided to do nothing. I was just with my son watching cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
That is wrong to say.
Yeah.
Because you have been doing something.
Mm.
Because we are not considering that being a mother is doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This is totally distorted in reality, and this is people don't give credit to this. Women are discriminated in many ways because their efforts, their jobs, their dedication is not credited, is not valued, and it's really sad that in 2022 this is still happening. But the thing is that it's not only men doing this. Women, because of the programming, do the same. And they get into conclusions which are not. They are not really real. If you go to the heart space, if you go to the spirit space, you are doing a lot because you are a mother. For example, I've been editing. I've been a facilitator. I've been a creator, creating videos and stuff for humanity. In the meantime, you have been a mother. You are not considering that you are doing something. You are making yourself believe that you are doing nothing in a sofa watching videos or cartoons. I need to take this truth out, and because people need to see this, usually things that are hidden by the programming, by the minds, and this is so wrong, because this take credit off from the importance of what the women are doing in this planet. And this is something you do for me. This is something that you do for women, for all humanity, really. Why? Because you are being a mother for Jack, and Jack is going to be influencing everybody in the planet, and he's already doing it. And the more he grow up, the more he will be expanding all that love that you are sharing with him. So you are doing a lot, and that is not being considered. And that is, I find that most women and most men are not taking into consideration all these things, which are very important to bring to the surface, and to be more realistic about what is going on, what are we doing really. And then because we interact with each other in this way, we get to discussions of debates or conversations where this person here says, oh, I've been doing editing, I've been doing a regression, I've been doing sports, Qigong, I've been playing with Brujita, and then you, in your side, you say, I haven't been doing anything. I've been just watching cartoons with Jack. So you are creating there, because of the programming, a comparison. You're comparing yourself to all the work I've been doing, and you are devaluing and taking importance from what you've been doing, because you are not considering that you have been doing something. And this is spread all over the world, and this is just a lie. I mean, it's not fair. It's not fair, because there is a lot of fights between husband and wife, between wife and wife. I mean, couples of lesbians who one is taking care of the boy or the daughter, and the other one is doing something maybe related to documents outside. And then the one that has been doing documents or papers or some bureaucratic stuff outside, when she comes back home, this one tell to the one who have been looking after the boy or the daughter, whilst I've been doing all of this, you have been doing nothing.
Yeah.
And this is how we live life for so many years. It's like all the maternity work or paternity work is devalued, and that is very wrong. It's very wrong. It's very wrong, because it's not. We are not being realistic with each other, and we are creating comparison towards realities that they are not realistic. So the result is unfair. Always is unfair. And I think we need to bring this to the surface, because it needs to be considered by both sides to create balance in the relationship. And this is towards everything, affects everything, affects your mother relationship, because your mother see you like you've been doing nothing. Which is the first people who start judging us about us not being doing something. They come and they say, come on, move your ass, because you have been with your boy all the afternoon doing nothing. And then that goes to the subconscious, and your own subconscious start believing that, create a belief that is negative. And that is negative and affects everyone, completely.
It's like, even that's the one thing that I get off my mum the whole time. Is like, if I'm having a difficult day, or if I'm maybe tired and needing just like some time off, or just to do something for myself, then I always get, like, if I ask her to have Jack for a couple of hours, or like have a night off or something like that, then it's always like, well, I raised 3 children. Like, I did all that by myself. So like, she was like, what's wrong with you? You've only got 1. And I'm like, I still am a human. I still need some time on my own.
Exactly. What about the time in my own? Why all that is not considered? Why is invisible? Why? It hurts. It hurts me. It hurts all my life to see my mom being devalued. And I could be sensitive enough to see, why are they treating her like that? Why everyone, her mother, my grandmother, her husband, my brothers and sisters, and she's like a true black sheep. She's been treated unfairly, and then she believe it. And she swallow it, and she take that pain, and then the people are in the top of it, demanding for more. And then at the end of the night, she's so tired, and she hasn't had time for herself, to think about her issues, for herself to, and that one day after another, end in an illness. Why? Because you are not taking time for yourself. You are not loving yourself. You are dedicating your life to others. And being a mother is not that. Not today. No, I mean, it has been, because that's the way they were programmed. But I believe that we should say, stop, basta, yeah. Stop, no more. It's enough. Because this is out of proportion. This is out of control. And this is like hidden. It's really hidden. It's a reality hidden within reality.
Yeah, it's like my sister-in-law. It was at either at my nephew's birthday party or something like that, and my mum and my granny was at one side of the table, and then me and my sister-in-law was at the other side of the table. And my sister-in-law, like, she works, but she also does volleyball, and she goes to like different classes and stuff. And my granny made a comment to her, and I actually like stood up, and I was just like, well, I was just like, that's maybe in your day and age, but I was just like, at the same time, like, we are still people, and we still need time to ourselves, because if we don't like fill our cups up, how are we meant to be good mothers? Like, if we are just completely burning ourselves out and cleaning and looking after children the whole time, and we don't do that one thing that makes us happy, even if it's just one thing. That's a lot that I've had to learn over this past couple of years as well. It's like, I always try and take time for myself, or even if it's just, I've actually got a book that I've wrote little things of like what fills my cup up, and it doesn't have to cost money. Some of it might just be like, have a bubble bath, have a hot chocolate, little things, candles, this, that, and the other, like things that make me happy, or like flowers. And like, I look at that book and I'm like, I need to do at least 3 of those things today, whether it costs money or it doesn't cost money. Like, I need to do at least 3 of them things for myself, like whether it's just reading for 30 minutes or something, just something for myself at least.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I always look back at that book now, and I'm like, and I notice the days that I do feel run down is the days that I'm not doing those things for myself.
Exactly. That's how we find out why our days change so much in terms of energy and amount of happiness that we feel. Why the frequency of the vibes have gone down so much from one day to another. Or many times we are lost and we don't know. And we don't know just because we have a programming, and because that programming is directly neutralizing what is being real and realistic in your life. Well, it has been happening to you during those days. Your own mind is neutralizing or covering up with something else, or with a belief, something that is actually happening, and we are not considering it.
Yeah. And I did think about that yesterday when I was thinking about it, because I completely like detached myself from my phone, like wasn't on any social media. I was just sitting with my child watching Disney films, that like my favorite Disney films when I was little. And then I was like, I'm actually taking my inner child out for like a little day and just like being happy and showing him something that made me happy when I was a kid, and he really enjoyed it, and I actually loved that bonding experience. But then there was still this little niggling thing in your head being like, Melissa, you've been in your pajamas all day, like what is wrong with you? You don't do this. But
and it's the contrary. There is nothing wrong with you. And most people actually should follow that example and do that more often. Instead once in a while, do it more often, and not only do it but feel happy about it. Because you've been doing for him, you've been doing for yourself, you've been bringing your child maybe if you didn't do that yesterday, you wouldn't be here with that sensitivity to talk with me and to maybe be open to humanity in the way that you are today. And this is so important because it's part of our evolution. Jack is not in your life by accident. Jack is in your life because you decided both to come to this life and support each other. You are being a mother, a mother as a human, from a human perspective. But if you go out of the body, you see that you are equal. You are not a mother, you are not a son, you are two souls. And here on earth, you are incarnated doing these roles. But these roles are actually helping each other. I mean, the role that you are having with him is helping him, but as a reflection of what you are doing towards him, is helping you to evolve, and the other way around. What reactions he has with you, they are supporting you in your path, and they are part also of his own evolution. The two together also have this engine in the middle that I did call in the previous video making love. The two souls are making love, are creating love. So you are evolving together. This is not, we call it here mother and son, having and watching some videos. This is what you see from the surface, but intrinsically or deep inside, so much more is happening. So much more is happening in the soul, in your soul, in Jack's soul, and both of you are helping each other in an amazing way. And all of this is neutralized, or it's not even considered, or we even feel guilty, or we cannot fully live those moments because there is a part of our brain making us guilty. And this should stop. This is something I feel every day. And this happens and applies to so many things that we do also during the day. It's not only when we are mothering or fathering. I thought
even through those films as well, because although I did watch them when I was a kid, when I re-watched them, because I can't remember how many years I've never watched those films, but there was messages within those films as well, and I was just like, oh, I never seen that before. I've never thought that way before, but it's maybe because I've evolved as a person that I was listening to it and I was just like, oh, that's I didn't take it that way when I was a kid, but it's
you are not the same person every second. Every second you are not the same person. So every time you change, anything you experience in life, it becomes a new experience. Even if it is the same activity, maybe if you have given, let's say, some time from, let's say, watching the same movie. Let's say that you watch the movie in January, and then 2 weeks later you watch the movie again. The experience is gonna be very similar because you haven't noticed just yet, or you are not aware just yet how much you have changed during those days. But if you watch the movie on January and then you watch it again in June, it's gonna be more, there is gonna be a higher probability that you notice the difference, that something has happened with that movie. And often we think that the movie has something else added that you couldn't see in January. And the thing is that you have evolved, and because you have evolved, you can sense that the movie has more messages. It's so often that we go, maybe someone tell us, go to the fridge and bring me the milk. And because maybe that person is just allergic to milk and wouldn't drink milk at all, every time that that person who doesn't drink milk goes to the fridge, open the fridge and doesn't see the milk, and then it goes back to that person and it says, there is no milk in the fridge, and the other person say again, please bring me the milk, there is milk in the fridge. But that person, just because in the brain, in the mind, or in their lives, they don't have the ingredient of milk integrated, when they go to the fridge, they don't see the milk. And this is there are so many experiments out there that they say, they show many people and they say how many people are there, and some people with the same picture count a different number of people, and that depends of the background, because the mind interact and affects our reality in the way we perceive it. So this is perception of reality, and that changes depending on how much you evolve.